Good evening and welcome to this evening's Green Room, a very hot and steamy Green Room, for two very special reasons. John and Damien. No, for Trina and Julianne. Julianne.
Yes.
Just get it right. See, and the reason they are here is because, well, Damien is director, John's an actor, Julie's an actor, Trina's producer, and they are putting on Oleanna in the Touchline Theatre, which is the rugby club in Cavan. And is it a pre thing you call it tomorrow night?
Preview.
Preview is on tomorrow night, and then it goes full force for the rest of the weekend. We'll give you the dates properly, but first of all, we're going to find out all about this play. Very controversial play in its own right, Damien.
Yeah. When it was first staged back in '92, it was created a lot of.
And it's a young play though, isn't it? It's 1992. It's not that.
Yeah, 21 years, I suppose. It's in terms of plays. It's.
And what's the synopsis now? And again, it's only two people, which is.
Yeah, it's two under. Basically, it's about a professor in the university. One of the students is coming in worried about her grades that she's received or she's going to receive in her exams, and wants to find out from the professor, is there any way she can maybe make the course, I suppose, more accessible. She just basically doesn't understand it.
Yeah.
And from that, it just escalates into, because of a misunderstanding and lack of communication between the two, they're sort of.
The girl is played by Julie.
Yeah.
The teacher is played by you, John.
That's me.
This is a tough thing, though, isn't it? Just two people. Because in any production, in any play, you know somebody's coming behind you that can save your bacon, so to speak. You know, you say, oh, thank God so-and-so's on next because I know what they're going to say next. So how is it with just two people? And very intense.
It is intense, all right, but I suppose we have to just trust the pair of us that were there.
Each other, yeah.
And we've been at it a while now, so I think hopefully all going well. We'll know tomorrow.
Is there room for ad-libbing or anything like that, or is it...
Not really,
No.
because
you've Damien watching you.
yeah. Well, apart
And you've
from-
Trina watching you on the other
apart
side.
from those two, everything that's said is crucial.
Yeah.
So if you miss a chunk, you might have missed.
Tell us a bit about your character, Julie. Carol.
Yeah. Carol, like Damien said, is a student and she's studying in John's course, but she's finding it difficult. I think she's finding what he's trying to explain, and John has wrote this book, which I don't understand.
Right.
And I go to him to maybe seek answers or see what I can do about my grade, but there's miscommunication, and that sets in motion a series of events which will have a sort of big consequence in the end.
And where does the tension come from? Does it come from Carol or does it come from John? John, your name is John in the...
Yeah, just to confuse it.
That's great.
Yeah.
Where does the tension come from? Like, you know, it's like true to life, because this could happen in real life, couldn't it? Like,
It's
you know,
probably...
Yeah.
It could. It's a row. It's just a good row.
Yeah.
Well, but I think when he wrote it, it was in response to all the political correctness that was coming up in American universities in the early 90s, and all those very high-profile cases about work colleagues being accused of sexual harassment and things like that. So he wrote it in response to that. So at the time, maybe we weren't so careful about how you used your words or how an older person or a person in authority would treat a younger woman.
Yeah.
Now we're much more careful about what we say, and we know that. So
are we too careful?
Oh, well,
Is
possibly.
political correctness gone mad in some places?
Well, actually, what's interesting about this play
I'm
is...
going to get a man's point of view and then I'm going to get women's.
Well, I think what's interesting about the play is that we were keen to do it now to see does it still stand up. And whereas I think you can watch the play and say that wouldn't happen now because we now know how to be more careful with what we do. But the thing is, we're trying to do it in such a way that, look, it is happening, it's now, and these are people who on stage making a mistake, particularly my character.
Yeah.
He doesn't know to stop. And even though it may all be to do with political correctness, actually it's just about two people who are not listening. And we all know what that's like.
Yes,
People just want to keep saying their bit and get their bit in and don't listen and don't stop.
Is there a twist, Damien?
There is, yeah, like all plays, I suppose. There's a twist, yeah.
I like
Remain
Damien,
secret.
you always take on these plays that have... They're not the run-of-the-mill. You know, they're not... If it's not Beckett, it's someone... What about David Mamet? Tell me a bit about John. Is it John? I asked you, didn't I? David, see, I told you to get it right, didn't I? What about the author?
Quite a controversial playwright. A lot of his work is Glenn Ross is probably one of his most famous plays, did a lot of screen scripts and all that as well. But I don't know. He looks at America in a totally different way. You know, the American dream is it's the anti. You know, it's the
American
the dark
nightmare.
the soft underbelly, would say. And exposes a lot of fairly controversial issues as opposed to the other, you know, players perhaps wouldn't touch. But yeah, he's a kind of a hard hitting.
Yeah, gets to the point.
Yeah, you know. So.
Well,
And who come up with this idea now of doing this? And this is another new company, isn't it, in Cavan?
Just to confuse the
Just
game.
confused. Just-
Yeah, it's one a week now.
Now we're going to change the name next week just to confuse
Stick
them.
to that. We get one out a week because there's a lot of actors and actresses and directors and stage managers and producers out there.
So if we muck this one up, we'll just start again with a different name.
Yeah, exactly.
Shuffle it around a bit. Trina, you're not getting away with it.
Hello,
As
Paul.
producer of this play, what's your role exactly? Like we've seen photographs on Facebook and stuff like that, and people out there, if you look at the set building by it's Paul, isn't it, that's doing the set building for you?
Paul Farnham.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks great now, really does, really does, and it's in the rugby club in Cavan, Touchline Theatre.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
We have more theatres than football clubs, haven't we? They're everywhere.
It's all drama.
The football clubs are becoming the theatres.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, come on, Trina, tell us.
Well, I'm doing a bit of everything. I'm doing a bit of PR and I'm doing a bit of stage management and just plugging out the show, really, you know, getting it out there on Facebook and making sure that people know that it's going on, and
Yes.
who we are, what we are, and what's happening, basically.
And will this continue as a company? Is this just a one-off, or...?
No, it's not a one-off. We hope that it'll carry on. One of many.
Is this your baby, Trina?
No, it's not my baby. It's 5 people's babies. Myself, John, Damien, Ciara Gaffney and Kevin O'Connor.
All
And we
right.
all came together. We all wanted to start something in the Cavan area, and we came
Yeah.
together, and so Quick Forge was born.
And what are you different from everybody else? What makes you stand out?
We wanted to put on theatre of a professional standard in non-theatre venues, basically. So site-specific. Now, this is our first show, obviously, so we're not going hell for leather with this one. I know it is on a stage, it is in a theatre as such, but we hope to definitely.
But it's
more.
different too, isn't it? Are you within the audience in this one?
Yeah, it's in the round, and again, that was Damien's choice, and it lends itself to the play.
How does that work for you, Damien? As a director,
It's-
you know, you've nowhere to hide as such. A director is very, very subtly to one side, keeping an eye on the whole.
Yeah, well, we actually only rehearsed in the Touchline Theatre this last... Many nights have we done? Twice.
Yeah.
So, and we've been used to like a confined space rehearsing, so it was kind of hard and exciting to see it out there with the walls gone. But in terms of me, it didn't really make any difference. It was despair. You had to fill the space.
And how did that
You know,
feel?
and anticipate people being around.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
around,
that's-
like, well, it's not a foot round. It's like.
But
cross-
still, you're
crossing
surrounded
street.
by the audience.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
such.
But it does create challenges in terms of movement, and you try not to mask and
Yeah.
have people say, no, you're going to get some of that, obviously. But no, really, the challenge is to the actors who will have people pretty much surrounding them. Do you know?
Yeah.
Not in terms of me, it was not that difficult. They're there, and there's.
But you're two very experienced actors as well.
Yes.
So, but how does it feel from that point of view? Like, you know, you're going to be...
Tell you in a few days' time.
Tell me tomorrow night. I'm going to tomorrow night have a look and see what...
Well, I mean, it was good in rehearsals.
Yeah,
It's been
yeah.
very good.
Oh, no, it will be
looks
good.
in
It
rehearsals.
will be good, yeah.
It's a challenge, I think, when you're doing it in the round, and also because the idea was, I mean, it's not fully the way we had to set it up. We're not quite in the right sitting in the middle round thing, although it would have been nice, but I don't think we can do it this time. But it is a challenge, and also it means the audience don't really have anywhere to go. It's not like in a theatre where you're out there in the black and you're behind lights and up on the proscenium stage or whatever.
Yeah.
This is actually much closer. They'll see everything, and if everything, and it's not. There's no escape boat for actors. I know it is, maybe. I don't have to put people off, but it's
No. But draw people in.
It's a challenging play, so I think the idea is to challenge everybody in it, and so that you can actually engage more directly with it.
Well, I think it'll be drawing people in is because people think they're part of the play.
Yeah.
Well,
They
that's
haven't
what
got the nerve to take part in a play, if you know what I mean. You know, but they're going to be part of it. But what does that do for production, for lighting and stuff like that?
Yeah, well, lighting, you know, it's not my field, but it wasn't too bad. But definitely, as regards the set, you know, everything's seen.
Yeah.
You know, so you don't have, you know, drawers where you can hide things because the audience can see the drawers, or the audience can see the books. You know, they can see behind, say, the desk, behind everything, as well as just, you know, as well as the front. So certainly from a set or a construction point of view, as well as the actors being exposed, the set is, the stage is, you know.
It's a pretty simple set. I mean, it's just it's just an office, and
it's
and that's kind of plays we're interested in doing, so that you can actually pick them up and move them. If a theatre wants them, we'll certainly go to a theatre. But also to be able to do plays that we can actually build up a repertoire of stuff that we can move if people are interested in seeing it. And so you're not trying to build a whole lot of flats and big sets, loads of complex lighting, just to keep it simple. It's about acting really, and about a strong performance and a strong play.
It sounds really great, though. It sounds really exciting, and it's been tough, Damien. I know you're a tough taskmaster anyway.
Oh, it's a nightmare.
No, it's been a challenge. I mean, it's the only way to say it. You know, like, I mean, these plays that are, you know, they're challenging plays. Mostly, and in terms of directing, obviously, you're hoping you're getting it right, and you know, you just put in the work, basically.
Oh, you do. You're well experienced at it now, and you know what's. Yeah. It's like being a football manager, watching the team and making sure that everyone's in the right position.
I don't know about the experience, but I mean, you just keep putting in the hours, and it just opens and opens, and you just explore, and through rehearsals and workshopping, you know.
He's very laid back, isn't he?
You get
there. He's very laid back, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
We can see him later. We've rehearsals to go to.
I might pop out later on and just see what's going on. Julie, how do you feel about this now? This is it's a big role.
It's a big role. It's the biggest thing I've done today, I'd say,
Great.
No, I'm really looking forward to it now. Yeah, I can't wait.
No backing out.
No backing out.
Don't back as I say.
No, I think it's going to be, you know, if we get it like the way we've been doing well in the last few rehearsals, so I'm looking forward to it.
Fantastic. And you, John?
Yeah, I am. I'm looking forward to it, yeah.
And John, he's experienced.
Yeah.
I've seen him before, like, you know, in a couple of things, and it's great.
I know, but it's a big part. It's a big part for me as well. You know, I've done a three-hander before in a similar environment, but this is big.
It is tough, isn't it? Just,
you know, my character talks an awful lot.
Yeah.
And he's a very arrogant individual, so it's a big stretch for me, obviously.
Oh, yeah. Took the words out of my mouth.
No, I'll have to say, I mean, like, because there's only two characters and it's very tense, you know, they've done tremendous work. I mean, like, the rehearsal is one thing, but they have to go and learn lines now and bring them into rehearsals, you know, have it off and
create an atmosphere and create tension and
but I mean, the time that goes in is the thing I keep going back to. But really, very disciplined, very professional approach, I have to say. It's great. Great experience. Hard work for everybody, but great fun.
But you'll love
mostly,
it. You'll love it, and if you love it and you've got the hunger for it, it comes out of itself, like, you know.
Yeah.
Well, that's brilliant. Now, let's here, Damien. I'm going to let you. John, we'll let you do the professional. Or should we get Trina?
No, go on, let John.
Trina, let us know when it's on and where it's on. Look into my eyes. Look into the green camera there.
Okay, so Oleanna is going on at the Touchline Theatre in Cavan Rugby Club tomorrow night, which is Thursday the 20th. We're previewing, and it runs Friday the 21st, Saturday the 22nd, and then the following weekend, Friday the 28th and Saturday the 29th of June. It's at 8:30, and you can get your tickets at Crano Bookshop, or you can buy them at the door on the night.
You're bloody good. You're a bit too good at this.
That's why we pay our vast sums of money.
Well, look, all we can say is break a leg and the best of luck.
Thanks, Paul.
Hopefully I'll be out tomorrow night.
Great.
And best of luck.
Do come.
Talk to you soon. Take an ad break and we'll be back with Emer and Kim. Thank you very much. Thanks a million.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.
Brilliant.